Hello, my name is Michelle Jimmer and I'm the Director of Equality Pays, which is a tech gender equality consultancy, and I help tech firms and tech teams attract and retain more women in tech. Now today I want to share with you the first of 5 videos where I have asked women that currently either work in the tech industry, have left the tech industry, or are looking to go back into the tech industry what they really want. And the specific question that I asked them was, when you're looking for jobs in the tech industry, what is it that really puts you off? And what is it that really makes you feel, yes, this is the job for me and I'm going to apply for it? And I was inundated with so many responses. And as I was looking at them, I thought, there's gold dust here, there's so much valuable information and I want to share it with you. And so this video is for external recruiters who are hiring on behalf of clients, but it's also for internal HR teams who obviously run their own HR functions and run their own recruitment campaigns. I feel that you're going to get a lot of information from this video series, so I really do hope that you enjoy it. So the first video is all about changing hiring practices, and these points that I have on the screen are direct quotes from somebody. I won't name any names, I want to keep this anonymous. And these are the 3 points that this one person made. The first one is that she felt that the job roles that were advertised were never really reflective of working patterns of women. Because as it stands now, we're making, leaps and strides in terms of sharing care and responsibility. And obviously there are lots of men who have always done that, but we're seeing more parental rights for dads in the workplace. But by and large, at the moment, we're still in a situation where women have the most responsibility for children. That is just the way that it is at the moment. But this is not reflected in the job roles that we're seeing, in the industry. And so I know of women who've been contacted by recruiters, and the recruiters are not interested in talking about flexible working. And when it's ever raised, they just say point blank, no, this job is full-time only. I'm not going to talk to you about any part-time options. And that's really off-putting for a lot of people. And so that's one of the things that really needs to be tackled, this idea that a working pattern has to be very set and there's no flexibility. So for a lot of women that have any kind of responsibilities outside of work or want to have any kind of a life outside of work, this is a real no-no for them. The second point that this person raised is around the way that job specifications are framed, and this is to do with the language that's used. I mean, the cliches are roles that have people asking for people who are rock stars or ninjas, and it's very, very telling for people that if they see an advert like that, a lot of women will think, well, if it's going to be that kind of bro grammar culture, if it's going to be very, very a masculine culture, and this is the type of thing they're putting in the job adverts, well, they're kind of working out, well, where do they fit in? And quite often women will think, well, actually I don't fit in, so I'm not even going to bother applying for that job. And so you need to be very mindful around the type of language that you use and what it's actually saying about you, your business and your culture. And the final point is about advertising. You need to be savvy about advertising and you need to be thinking outside of the box. So if attracting and recruiting more women in your tech firm or your tech team is high on your recruitment agenda, then you need to be advertising in the right places. There is no point in focusing on one style of advertising if you never seem to get any women that way. So this is all about being very savvy and knowing and saying, okay, there are women out there with the talents that we're looking for. Where are they? And this is about tapping into and channeling into wherever it is that they are. And that requires hard work and it requires dedication, but if your target is to increase the number of women that apply for roles, increase the number of women that are actually in your teams and in your firms, then it makes sense for you to advertise in the right place. So I hope that as an introduction that you found that's useful, and you're probably wondering, well, what are the next steps? Well, the next step that I would like to talk to you about is a workshop that I'll be running in Manchester on the 31st of January in 2017. And it's targeted for recruiters, whether you're an external recruiting agency or you're an internal HR person, an HR team responsible for recruitment. And it's all about how to tap into the female talent in tech pipeline. Now, it's very easy to kind of get caught up in the myth that the pipeline is broken and it's because we don't have enough girls and women doing STEM subjects. And whilst there is some truth to that, it's not the whole picture. As you can see, we were just talking about other aspects. And so I really want to share with you some of the things that I've been learning by talking to women in the tech industry, but also I want to share with you some of the things I've learned from working with other firms just like yourselves in helping them to create more diverse workshops. So all you need to do is click on the links, either of the links, they both work, and get yourself booked on, and I would love to see you there. And I will be sharing the next video with you tomorrow. We'll be looking at some more quotes from people as to what women in tech really want. Bye for now.